Come on in, guys. How's everybody doing? I'm going to let a few people get in here before I start. I don't have much to say tonight, but I did want to say something. Shouldn't take too long. Hey, D Walsh. Hey, Crafting Nook. Gwendolyn Thomas. Jennifer Ivy. Hey, J. Cray. Hey, Derek Redden. Tammy McD. Sharita. Jackie's Concern. Feeling much better, guys. Much better. Hey, Antonio Hines. Vanessa Brooks. Miss Justice. Mariah Griffin. Paula Taylor done snuck in here and I didn't see her. There she is. All right, guys, this isn't going to be but just a minute. What is going on with my hair? I pulled my shirt up over my head and missed all my mop up. Okay. So, thank you, Jay Cray. I appreciate that. Um, I got this message the other day and I just wanted to, and I get it often, but I thought since it's fresh, I'll just go ahead and bring it up. Um, Thank you, Crafting Nook. I'm feeling much better. Much better. That was rough. Okay, so I got this message. Uh, it was actually on the video that I did regarding Shemaya. Hey, Chloe. Actually, on the video that I did regarding Shemaya, that everybody says, oh, don't do those videos. Nobody wants to hear it, yet it's the biggest watch video on my channel. It's crazy. But hold on, guys. Bear with me. Yeah, it's the biggest watched video on the channel. It's about Mariah. I mean, not Mariah. Hell, I don't do those videos. Monifa, Shemaya, and Bree. Anytime I put a video out regarding them, all they blow up. But nobody wants to watch them. Anywho, this came from that video that I did regarding Shemaya's brother that had passed away. And like I said, I get them a lot, but I just wanted to bring this to everybody's attention. Since I can understand the organ part, we're back on the organs, but the people involved. I do believe the friends part because it seems like she was set up, she being Kenneka. Real friends don't leave others when they're drugged. That hotel is known for being a hot spot for organ traffickers. And every time I see that, I'm like, prove it. Prove it. Hey, Tammy Pulmer. Yeah, like, there's so many assumptions in the J4K community that, where do you even start? Like, comments like that are what just get me wound up. Like, you have zero proof that hotel has anything to do with organ traffickers. Real talk. We have no proof of that. None. I do want to mention something though. Right. Where is the info stating that this hotel is a hotspot for organ traffickers? Where are these people getting this information? Misinformation. D. Walsh, bless her heart, typing with one hand. I do want to make mention though of one other thing. I do want to congratulate Chloe Cassie for finding Trey Gang. Hey, I seen that video. You didn't have to tell me twice. I knew exactly who it was when I heard the voice. Was actually shocked that nobody else knew that. It didn't take me but just like a couple of seconds, and I immediately knew who the video was about because there's no denying whose voice that is. No denying it. Am I right, Cassie? I mean, just, or am I totally off? Because to me, that was Trey Gang's voice. Bless his heart. Did anybody else see Cassie's video? She did a video and it said something like, listen to the voice or something like that. I have to go back and look. I want to be correct on that now. I used to, J. Cray. Listen to his words, not the sound of his voice. Well, I listened to both. I knew exactly who it was. You don't really have to. I mean, I know his voice is played with, no doubt, but his words are exactly the words that he says, so there's no denying it. You should go watch that video. That's Trey Gang. Real talk. No denying it. No denying it. Yeah, that's where all that mess comes from, Fire Mama. Yeah, it's him. I don't believe it's him. I know it's him. Like, there's not a doubt in my body. Yeah, that is him. That is him. So, good job to Cassie for that. Like, big ups to you for that. Big ups. So now we know who he is. He can take the Batman mask off. There's no need in using it now. He's in Detroit. Oh, my auntie's here. Hi, auntie. So that was big news in the J4K community, in my opinion. Um, Somebody that's remained hidden for all this time, who is no longer hidden. Yeah, he needs an Oscar. No doubt, Cassie. No doubt. Because he seems pretty reasonable in real life. I'm just saying. He is extremely over the top on his channel. So that's not the real Trey Gang. The real Trey Gang is seems pretty cool. I'm not going to lie about it. Seems pretty cool. Jackie's concerned. I mean, that's good work, Chloe. It's good work. Good work. Pat your own self on the back for me. Good job. Great job. Great job. And I'm not saying you can't like both of us. That's not what I'm saying. You can like whoever you want to like. But I was a moderator over there for a little while. And Cassie, all the time I was over there, um, I had a lot of people that I liked over there. But there comes a certain point when I just can't. I can't. I have to go separate ways. And that's what happened. And I want to excuse me, guys. I want to address one more thing real quick while I'm at it. I don't want. This may sound crazy to some people. I don't know, but this is how I am. And I spoke with a couple of people about it this week. I don't want a bunch of yes men around me. Don't want it. Don't need it. Hey, Linda Jackson. I don't want everybody that's a moderator on my channel to have the same exact opinion. Number one, it's never going to happen. We are all not going to agree on everything. Number two, I'll never grow if I hang around with people that are all yes men. That's just period. It ain't going to happen. So I surround myself with good people, and that's how you kind of balance yourself out, if that makes sense. Um, so no, all of my moderators are not going to be on the same page with me, but that's okay. It's okay. Um, I think we got the moderator issue squared away, and um, time will tell. I mean, time will tell. But um, I don't want a bunch of people that have the same exact views that I have, that just are exactly like me. I wouldn't want that. No, Denise Matthews, there's no new news. No new news, sweetie. But I wanted to address that. Yeah, I do too, Bonnie Woods. I just don't see that happening. It's just too much mess going on right now. Wow. So your fake cousin was there with you? Sheesh. He's becoming very relevant. Why is this person talking about anime? Oh, that's how y'all learned you were cousins. Mm-mm-mm. And I did comment on Trey Gang's post. I don't know if anybody saw it or not, but I did comment on his post. And Trey Gang's not actually a bad looking guy. I'm just being all the way 100 with you. I just saw his picture again. That's why it made me think of it. But I did go to his channel and comment because so he posted about Cassie and hey Gabrielle, you little sweet pea. Um, he posted about Cassie and pictures and saying she's at the hotel and blah blah blah. So I um, posted under his community post and I said, this is literally the dumbest distraction move I've ever seen. It's not Cassie, but at this point, it's like put up or shut up with this foolery. It's really beating a dead horse, but here you are still banging on it. But I'm really curious what the importance is of this woman on the footage that you know ain't Cassie. What did she do besides walk through the hotel? I mean, come on. This is childish, immature, silly. Even you can do better. Move on. Um, it just comes a point when it's just, oh, hey, D Hill. When it's just like, move on, man. If that's all you got to talk about. And Chloe is seriously offering $1,000 to anybody that can prove that she's on the footage. So for everybody that thinks they know all this stuff, there you go. How about it? Sean Braggs, if you go to Cassie's channel, she has a video that's titled, hold on, I'll tell you. Titled, Listen to His Words, Not the Sound of His Voice. And he is on the thumbnail for that video. It's him. D Hill. Just D, huh? But it's him. I mean, there ain't no doubt in my mind. No doubt. You have to put a voice changer on that, though. Everything that he says is stuff that he says on a regular. On a regular. Not a doubt in my mind. Um, is anybody talking to that person about anime? I've tampered with those little ones on my video recorder, the voice changers. I don't like them. But I've got them and actually thought about putting a little work into your video and showing exactly what he's doing. Not sure, but I think it is. I won't say. I don't think it's called. I don't think it's a voice changer. I think it's a. Mm, how do you call it? Maybe like some kind of audio equipment. It's what I think. Yeah, it's the dialect, D. Walsh. It's the stuff that he says. Sean Braggs. I also got this, and I do want to read this. I was a little taken aback because this person did not know me at all. This was regarding a Chicago video that I did, and I'm not sure which video it was, but this person posted this on my comments. Like someone in the comments said, only God can do that. My family is from Chicago. Y'all have no idea what these young women go through. And not to be rude, but the lady who made this video is white or appears to be. Talking about me. I'm sorry, but you really have no validation on black issues or speaking on black women in our environment, period. I kind of hate when white women cover this case and start giving their opinions being biased because it's kind of like you're inserting yourself into black issues and that's where the judgment is coming from. Because for one, you couldn't even begin to understand the reason behind them not saying much, not coming forward, etc. You guys don't deal with these issues in your community. And call me racist if you want, but end of the day, it's facts. You can't even begin to relate, so you can't process the fact that it's beyond snitching or being morally right. It's literally a safety thing. Sorry if I came off rude, but if you're going to dish out judgment, I think you could take it back. Have a good day. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, um, which that person has not, and later admitted it, um, you would know that that's not me. And um, I've said it so many times that, I mean, I could say it again. We're talking about Teresa Martin. Nobody. I don't even know if the comment was directed at me. I just snapshotted it real quick before it disappeared. Because a lot of times when I go back to click on a comment, it's gone. But she said, I was like, wow. But I've said this about Teresa several times that I would have done things differently, but I'm also not in Chicago and I'm not in her shoes and I don't have to live in that environment. I don't know how many times I've said that, but I'm going to say it again. And I can take whatever all day long. It don't bother me, but this person was dead wrong on me on that one. Oh, hey, BAP. I was like, you got me all the way wrong on that one. All the way wrong. But it's cool. I'm not going to argue with them. And I did the video today coming out of Chicago regarding the two brothers that were in the traffic stop that where Officer Ella French ended up, excuse me, guys, ended up getting shot and was fatally injured. And what I said at the end was, and I'm going to clarify this one last time, It's a bad situation all the way around. You have a 3-year on the job police officer dead now. You have two brothers, one who may never see the light of day again. Who knows about the other one? You have a mother now who's lost two sons to the prison system. And it's a sad situation all the way around. I don't know if they have kids. If they did, that's a dad gone, two dads gone. And it is a sad situation all the way around. And what I said is, number one, I never understood the traffic stop to begin with. Pulling three people out of a car over expired tags, that's strange to me. I'm just being honest. It doesn't happen like that around here. I want to finish that with something else, but I won't. But that's what happened. They were stopped for expired tags and were asked to all three get out of the vehicle with three different police officers. And the driver cooperated, the female passenger cooperated, and the younger brother didn't want to put his drink and cell phone down, and that's what started it all. And he was jerking away from the officers. And while he was distracting them, the driver, Eric, ran. And in the process, it turned into a shit show. It just did. And then you had the police officer shot. But what I said was, I can understand why one of the brothers or both were carrying a weapon. I can understand that. Look at their age, look at the environment they're in, look at the city they're in. It is a war zone in Chicago. That much I understood. Now, I'd never said that I justified that police shooting. Never. I don't agree with that at all. And what I actually said after that is, if you're going to pack the pistol, be prepared to face the consequences of having to do that. That's all I said. But man, that got taken out of context. So I just wanted to clarify that as well. But yeah, and then, the mother getting arrested for going to the hospital to see her son in the hospital, talking about she didn't follow protocol. If some protocol. I'm just being all the way 100. If that was my son in the hospital, the first place I would have been the hospital. The last thing that would have been on my mind was protocol. I would have been wanting to see my son who was shot. I'm just being honest. And they were like, well, she didn't follow protocol. Well, that may be the case. I don't know, but it's just a mess. But anyways, they called the prosecutors and tried to push a felony on this woman for her behavior at the hospital. And the judge said, no, I'm not charging her with a felony. So thank goodness the judge stepped up and did the right thing in that case. And they did charge her with a misdemeanor. So now you got her in jail, her son in jail, one son in the hospital, and a police officer dead, and another police officer in the hospital. Like, it's an absolute disaster. It's crazy. But yeah, I think that I was the most excited about Cassie's discovery today. I was probably a little more excited than I should have been. That's a big deal. I mean, am I the only person that thinks that's a big deal? I think it's a big deal. When you have somebody who's hidden behind masks and everything else, Lord knows what other Halloween costumes he's hid behind, and you finally get to see a face, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And I always thought he would probably be decent looking. I don't know. I don't guess I understand the whole mask thing. Yes, a long time. A long time. Like it's crazy. But I'm working on something. I really just wanted to touch base with you guys because I've been down with a headache for a little while. So um, I just really wanted to touch base with you guys and just um, really just see where everybody's at and see how everybody's doing and um, talk about those few little things. And um, still working on that case that I can't really talk about, but it's gonna be a big deal. Yeah, total strangers will cuss her on other channels, chats, believing the BS about talking about Cassie, Chloe. And I just don't understand. Do I think Trey Gang was at the hotel? I don't know. I don't know. I've never really thought about that. Like, I'm like Cassie, and nobody from YouTube was involved. I've never really thought about anybody from YouTube being at the hotel. It's never really crossed my mind. It's on Chloe Alvera's channel, and it's I didn't read it 5 times. Hold on, I can't even remember it. That's sad. Listen to his words, not the sound of his voice. I never heard anything else about that either, D. Walsh. Yes, Chloe did link it in the chat. The police are literally gangs. I don't know how I feel about this either. I mean, I understand the concept of it when, and you see it a lot now. In the last, I'd say, month or so, it's really become a popular move, and I don't know that I would allow it in my courtroom. But when the police come in and they take up all of the rows in the courthouse in the courtroom, to me that's intimidating. Um, I understand that they do have a fallen um, comrade. I understand that, but it doesn't send a good signal. That's just how I see it. It's not a good signal to me. It's it just is it's kind of intimidating to the person, and I understand that's the tactic, and I understand what the person did. But if this is the true justice system, that shouldn't be allowed. It just sends a signal that I don't like. That's just my personal opinion. I've seen it in 2 different cases recently. So um, even if the guy's all the way to the wrong, which they usually are, I still don't like the signal that sends. I don't know. It does something to me. I don't like it. My personal opinion. Right. Police would never do deals with gangs. Not that I know of. I don't think she's had a headstone yet. So that's really all I had. I just wanted to touch base with you guys. I'm working on several things in the background. Yeah, Chicago's full of corruption. It's one of the most corrupt places, in my opinion. Super corrupt. I don't know what the solution is there. I really don't. I really don't. It's a bad situation, is what it is. It's just, I mean, it's a bad situation. See, Jennifer Ivy? I just think his voice is tweaked just a little bit, and I wouldn't even say a voice changer. It's got to be something else. I'm gonna figure it out though. Figure out. But I'm glad that that has been taken out of the closet. He is discovered. Oh, thank you, Bap. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. I was feeling terrible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of us have been to the hotel. Not me, but some of us creators have been in the hotel. Right. Chicago's just, ah, man. I mean, I truly feel bad for the people that have to stay there. What is the reason for his post? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's watching. He's somewhere out there in the bushes. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Jennifer Ivy. It could be his little what am I gonna call that? His little alter ego voice. Hmm. Hey, Miss Rose. So just a brief live. Just wanted to talk about that. A comment about the hotel being a hotspot for organ trafficking. Prove it. Prove it. Yes, she ruffled his feathers. She ruffled his feathers. And he big mad. Big mad. Oh, thanks, Derek Redden. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he's bothered. He is bothered. It's just, if you would just think for I just wish that people would think before they post, or not necessarily post, but think before you. It's really just a matter of like logical reasoning. When you hear something that somebody says, I don't know how your brain works, but my brain, I hear it and my brain works the exact opposite probably of everybody else's. I don't believe anything anybody says. Nobody. So I doubt everything. I have to check on every single thing. Um, and mainly I do that because I don't want to say something, just like Cassie said on her live. Nobody wants to be wrong. What adult wants to go around being wrong all the time? I don't. But when I am wrong, I'll be the first one to apologize and admit it. But Nobody wants to go around being wrong all the time. So when I put something out into the world, I want to make sure that I have something factual to base it on, something that can connect the dots. So that I don't have to go back behind myself and say, my bad, guys, because by that time, all of the people that heard it the first time have done ran and told God knows how many other people, and those people told somebody else, and those people told somebody else, and that's just how it grassroots rumors get started. So I would rather do it right the first time, and that way I don't have to go back and do all that, because those people aren't going to take the time to call somebody and say, yep, hell of a chick says she was wrong about that. Do you think all people are going to call somebody and tell them they're wrong? No, they're not going to do it. They're never going to say anything to them. So somebody's still running around that's saying that I said this when I went back and corrected it. So it's a problem. Um, so I try not to do that. Um, yes, I want to research and fact check before I put something out into the world. That's important to me because that's my reputation. And I value my reputation more than probably a lot of people do. Um, it's just how I was raised. Like I said in my other lives, when my grandparents, when I went out the door, they always said, when you go out that door, you're a reflection of us. Don't forget that. So don't go out there and act a damn fool. And that's what I did. Behaved. But you're saying just should all focus on the suspects instead of no suspects because every person in the hotel wasn't a part of this conspiracy. Who are the suspects in your opinion, Bonnie Woods? Still looking at that, Tammy Palmer. Still looking at that. I was going to actually bring that up, so I'm glad you did. And what conspiracy are you speaking of? It depends on what form of justice you're speaking about, Wendy Cooper. The friends, some staff, and police knew she was dead before Teresa came up there. You're welcome, Tammy. What did the I hate to even do this. Okay, the friends, some staff, and police knew she was dead before Teresa came up there. What police knew she was dead before Teresa came up there? Thanks, Cassie. And what staff specifically are you speaking about? The ones giving her the runaround. Yeah, rigor mortis. Bonnie, can I ask you a question? Are you fairly new to the case or have you been around for a while? It's suspicious all around the Friends Hotel the way that. Yes, Bat. That last sentence you said, I knew what you meant. I'm going to turn off my camera for just 1 second. Bab, you know how many times I've had to spell correct? I know what olive meant, police. It's a dang shame when I know what the autocorrect's supposed to be. That's bad. Ah, G Money's in here. Absolutely, Cassie. The public have really damaged this case. I'm just going to be honest. I think that Miss Teresa was, I don't want to say this, I want to say it both ways, but I think she was lucky to get an attorney because this case is so full of shit that it would be hard for an attorney to try to steer away from it, if that makes any kind of sense. And um, it would be, it'd be tough. It'd be tough as an attorney to try to do this case, especially if it was a little small time attorney. But I know there's going to be, um, I know that she's going to get an award. There's not a doubt in my mind that she's going to get something out of this case. Is that why they took it? Probably. But, it's just, once you get a case like this where the public has injected themselves into it and ran with such conspiracy theories and, yeah, they put Zach at that. Look at how many people they've put in the hotel. Like, literally. Yeah, it's a lot to sort through. It is a lot to sort through, guys. Circumstantial, Trey gang, circumstantial. Right, D Wash? Yeah, it went really nuts for a while and then it kind of calmed down. And I think this is just my opinion on why it does that, is because then you get a new group of people in. And when you get a new group of people in, they're sharing stuff about the Kenneka case and they're talking about it, and it makes other people want to check on it. And then you get a whole new group of people, and you have to think about it now. The stuff's not on the Rosemont website anymore. They can't go and find it that way. So that damages the opportunity of them being able to, as a newbie to the case, being able to go and look at the police stuff. That's out. They can't do that. They have to get it from here, there, and wherever, and who knows if it's edited. Um, it's kind of sad, really. I don't know, Mama. Why? I don't know. Yes, once you learn that there was zero reasons behind all the conspiracy, you start realizing that most of what we thought was our own thinking. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I'm not saying don't check on stuff. Absolutely check on it. I'm going to. I'm not going to stop. But it doesn't mean it's going to turn out like I want it to turn out either. No matter how many times I look and I can't make it be what it is, I'm not going to lie about it or lie to myself about it. If I can't find the facts, it isn't what it says it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, there should be a way to shut them on down. Should be a way to do it. Should be a way to do it because they're really hurting the case tremendously. And like I said, you get take somebody that's brand spanking new, maybe just was flipping through binge watching MTV one night and stumbled upon that episode. Okay, and if they're anything like I am, I'll check on a case that I see, like on any channel that I'm watching, 2020 or Dateline or one of those. I'll probably Google some stuff about that case because I am curious. So you take that, they stumble across binge watching true crime, stumble across the Kenneka case, and then want to go say, look at the files. They're gone. You got YouTubers that are putting intentionally, blatantly, purposefully putting out the wrong information for clicks and views. And that's a problem. That's a real problem because that just damages the community. And in my opinion, it's a community issue. I mean, it really is. It's a community issue um, because we're a part of the community. And when someone is doing the wrong thing intentionally, I mean, it would be hard to prove intent, but intentionally putting out false information to people, that's a problem. That's a real problem. Do I think, oh man, what's wrong with my camera here? Do I think, hold on. Oh, how do I go back up or down? I want to go back to see what Antonio said. Let me figure out how to do. Oh, okay, I found it. Do you think that there are people that was there at that party that know who really killed Kanika, or is this something deeper than we realize? And see, that's another thing. It really just depends on. I'm going to tell you where I stand, and it's not going to probably help you with your question, but this is my opinion of the case. Um, this is just my opinion, and I don't push it down anybody's throat, and I don't really put it out there because I don't want to sway anybody one way or the other, because I don't have all the answers. But um, I feel like something happened to Kanika. Do I know what it was? No. Do I still look information up daily? I kind of took a little break from it because I was so busy with other cases. Fortunately, fortunately, I needed that. I needed that distraction to get away from the Kanika case for a minute, um, to kind of gather my thoughts and regroup. Because to me, there's only so many times you can say the same thing, if that makes sense. And I don't want to waste anybody's time. I've said this a million times. Oh, me primo's here. There he is. Um, I learned a valuable lesson about time at the age of 38. That time is extremely valuable, and I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm a big, big advocate on time wasting. So I try not to do that to anybody. And I try to keep my videos short and to the point for that reason, because everybody's time is valuable. My time is valuable. And I thank everybody for being here tonight. That's valuable. That's your time. Um, but and let me put this out there too, because I heard this mentioned and I want to address it. I value everybody that's in my chat. I heard otherwise, but that's not the truth. I value everybody in my chat. And if because of whatever happened on that crazy live that I did, it rained somebody off, I'm sorry. It's just going to have to be what it is. I've apologized on my community board. And if that's not enough, I can't, I don't know what else I can do to satisfy you. But that's not who I am. We haven't had any trouble tonight. I'm just saying, like, that just was a regroup. We needed to get together, and that was it. If I lost somebody because of that, they weren't really riding with me anyway. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I value all of my subscribers. And I notice, who's not here tonight, and it's cool. It's cool. I'm good with it. Okay, do I think there are people? I think, back to Antonio's question. Do I think it's deeper? I don't know. I don't think it's, I don't think it's anywhere near the rabbit holes that people are trying to go down. No, I don't. Um, but I think something happened to Kenneka that night. Um, how can I say it? I just, I'm going to tell you this too. I've been dead set on one way of this being what happened to Kenneka. And every time I do that, um, it turns out bad for me. So what I do is I keep my mind open and I listen to just about everything within reason. I'm not going to listen to some foolery on somebody's channel that's blatantly putting out false information. I keep my ears open and I still listen to bits and pieces. And I've listened to other people that are educated on the Kenneka Jenkins case and that I value their opinion on it. And I think something happened to her. I don't think she walked into the freezer on her own accord. Um, but I don't think it's as deep as people are making it be. No, I don't. I don't, Antonio. I hope that answers your question. But if I find something like tomorrow that may change my mind completely about the Kenneka case, so be it. You know what I mean? Uh, I wouldn't deny it. I'll say that. I wouldn't deny it. I just, the only thing that keeps me really going is um, knowing how she looked in that freezer is what keeps me going on the case, because I don't care what she did that night. Something is amiss in them pictures. I I don't see any other way of explaining that. Right. So I appreciate all of you guys for coming tonight. It was really just to touch base and let you guys know that I'm back and radio box. You know about a spirit box? Um, I don't know, Fire Mama. I don't know if she would do that in Chicago if she still lived in Chicago. Maybe if she moved away from Chicago, maybe. She might could put everything that she's been through in this case in a book. Mm-hmm. G Money, Time. Oh, Thanks, Pat. Appreciate it. I'm glad you were able to stop by. So I did not mean to keep you guys here an hour. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by. So now we're back on track. We're going to keep pushing. Um, I've got several things I'm working on, looking at. Um, Still got a big surprise. Not quite to the point of being able to tell it yet, though. But man, I want to. I want to so bad. Um, but it's a big surprise, and it'll be good news. I knew it was early, Bat. I knew it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Aw, thanks, G Money. I appreciate that. I know, D Wash. Sheesh. You know I'm a hardhead. And you know I'm a hardhead for real now. Hmm. So I appreciate all of you guys for stopping by. Might come back later, the end of this week, working on something. Hopefully we'll be able to get it done so that I can do a live on it. Um, but I appreciate you all for stopping by tonight. I wish I could tell you, Mama, why don't tempt me. D Wash, get her. Because I'll tell it, see. See, now I got to get off before I do tell it. But it's a great surprise. It's going to be great. Right. Right, G Money. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. And I'm going to do some more videos tonight. So hopefully I'll see you guys later in the week. I appreciate you all. Look at D Wash. No. Um, that would be awesome, Jackie's concerned. That would be awesome. I would love to do that. Yeah, good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, Cassie. Mama YG Money, D Wash, Jackie's concerned, Crafting Nook, Tammy, all of y'all. Thank you all for coming by. Paula, all of y'all. Antonio, Jennifer Ivy. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching.